Hello and welcome to Coffee and Bonsai with Tom. Today we're going to do some maintenance pruning on my cork bark, my Frank Yi cork bark jade here. You can see it's grown pretty well. And one of the viewers asked for some cuttings, so I think we're going to get some out of this activity. And so I'll be happy to send those on. And let's take a look at the trunk and the pot. I just think this pot, I love this pot. I think it's a really nice, it's the right size, shape, and color for this tree. And I'll give you a close-up of the bark here. You can see it just has a really nice texture and character to it. I really like these cork barks. And I did a recent video, and again, you can check my playlist for other videos of this tree and some of my other cork barks, with some good news that hopefully additional cork barks will be available sometime in the near future. But let's zoom in here and take a look and do some planning about what we want to do to this tree today. I haven't really done much pruning to this lately. You can see it's grown quite well. I wanted it to really develop some roots in this pot, so I let it kind of run a bit. You can see it's extended to, I don't know, 7, 8 sets of leaves. But I want to prune it back today. Nothing major. I kind of want to take it back to this sort of shape. My inspiration for this tree is an oak tree. I kind of imagine, I don't know, maybe a tire swing hanging off a limb, and it's got kind of a nice upright shape. And, I kind of want it to just be sort of a natural looking tree. But it has gotten a bit overgrown and really needs to be taken back a bit. And I think I want to start pruning the top, and then that'll sort of, set the tone and be the guide for also pruning the lower branches. So let me just see what I want this to look like. I think just kind of a nice rounded shape for now, and then, I'll take it back even further. I do... Sometimes when I'm taking cuttings, right, I want to do sort of bigger cuts, right? So you kind of get more of a nice cutting rather than smaller cuts, which makes it slightly more complicated. But I will try to bear that in mind as we work on this tree. So after looking it over, I do think I want to start at the top. I think that's the best way to start this pruning. And so I'll just start by initially, taking it back, probably right down to just 2 sets of leaves, because I really generally like to prune the top pretty hard, because it likes to grow quickly. And, we'll get some tiny cuttings out of this. This is straight up, so I can take that off. And this is kind of, not a bad branch, but it's sort of... we can regrow that and get some division there. And I got a couple going out the back here that I'll just take right back as well. But yeah, you can see good healthy growth, and these should root quite well. I think this one I can take right back at the bottom, because I don't want that at all. I don't want it to divide or anything. And so already the top's looking a bit better. Now I can really concentrate on it and kind of come in here and simplify it a bit. There's some more straight up growth that I don't want. I can also clean up this bit I cut off. And I've got some old leaves here that no longer need. They've put out some new branches, and so just cut those off. Yeah, with these trees in particular, you're always working on a balance, because the top will grow very thickly, and you don't want it to get, out of shape with any of the branches below it, right? You want the upper branches to be thinner and more delicate. And that can be a challenge on these trees, because they really like to grow up top and get thick and dense. So you tend to need to prune the top, especially as the tree becomes more finished, more often than lower branches, which are generally a bit weaker, although this tree is still pretty young and we're working on it, so I'm not as concerned about that at the moment. So I think we're close on the top here. You know, everything's kind of coming up and out. And, you know, I'll nip this top off as well. And I think, you know, that sets a pretty good precedent and style for how we'll prune, you know, the rest of the tree. And, you know, I do find it helps to focus in on a small part and then kind of expand out from there. You know, and yeah, so we've got a nicely pruned little section amid all this chaos all around it. And we will tend to that directly, but it almost looks like a nice little tree, you know, from halfway up. It's kind of very cute. And so yeah, let me look at this branch now, and we'll see what we want to do. It's got a few problems we want to address here for sure. So I think I'll start by just cutting back some of this really long stuff I don't need. So I'll nip this off. That'll make a nice cutting there. And you know, theoretically I could kind of wire that and bend it down, but you know, it's too long and doesn't have taper, etc. So I'll just kind of prune this back. And this one is sort of straight up as well, so I don't think I need that either. But you know, I'd prefer to just naturally kind of grow these out and have it be a little more in scale with the rest of the tree as well. So I'll move on to this front branch. It's got a few problems here. It's just a bit long and it's kind of a bit thick, and we have a couple of long internodes here, but let me just kind of prune off stuff I know I definitely don't want. And then we will take the second step there. I can see this kind of growing out this way. If I cut it back to this, you know, we should get several new branches here. I think I could probably live with that for now. You know, I could cut it back even harder, but I think, you know, that's enough of a signal that it'll push more growth back down the tree. And then I can, I think, more safely pick a branch that I know I want. This has kind of got some stuff growing to the inside here. I'll just nip that off as well. And kind of thicken there. You can see this area right here where my scissors are. It's kind of like either a bar branch or there's, you know, it's a 1 to 3. You know, I got the branch coming up, and then it goes into right, left, and then straight ahead. And you want to pick 2 of those. You don't want to let this go. And I'm just trying to decide which 2 I want to keep, because the ones off of that are kind of straight out. And I'm trying to picture, okay, where will the new branches be that come off of this? And I think, you know, I usually just, I take the thick part off and then work with whatever comes. You can see we've got several leaves here. If I take that off, I should probably get some stuff coming off of, I've got like 3 sets of leaves there, and I think that'll produce some new branches that'll work out well for me. And this branch here is quite dense and growing right into the one we just pruned, so I'll cut that back a bit as well to allow a little breathing room and room for those new branches to thrive a bit. So continuing around the tree here, we have this area that's just kind of long and congested, so I'll just nip that off at the first couple sets of leaves, and do that in this whole area, and then kind of come in here and fine tune it a bit. I've got some leaves and branches kind of going to the inside or just, you know, in a bizarre direction, so I'll just kind of prune those, and that will encourage the tree to you know, put all its effort into the branches we've left behind and further develop those. This one's not bad. It's it's just kind of long. I like its direction, so I'm going to prune that back a bit, and we'll get some division there. And yeah, so we're slowly getting around to the back and the left-hand side of the tree. I'm just going to take this off. Too long. And take off some old leaves just to get some light in there and to make it easy to see what's left. And there's a branch going straight up. That'll take off as well. And yeah, so it helps to spin it around and get a look at your general profile and see, what that branch I'm pruning, what it looks like from the front, So like that one I just cut off, basically you'll see no difference from the front, and it makes it nice and compact and makes the tree look consistently pruned. There's some stuff growing out the back I definitely don't want, so I just take that off. So here we go. We're coming into the last branch here. It's pretty long and it looks pretty shaggy now compared to the rest. I just got to look at it here and see how I want to develop this. They're all kind of going pretty good directions, kind of going out and up. So I think I just want to shorten it down, clear out some leaves so we can see what's going on here. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think what I want to do with this one. I think what I'll primarily do is just kind of shorten these out. I wouldn't mind having some branches come out this way. So I think I'm going to prune that because I sort of want, the top's going to kind of grow out into this area where these branches currently are. So I'd sort of like, I'll take it back and have get some new division right off of this area here. And I think those will be some nice branches that will complement the tree nicely. And it also, if you just look at the tree, it really looks much more consistently pruned, and looks kind of nicely maintained. Looks good. That's basically what I'm saying. So I think that's pretty much it for the pruning of this tree. I think it looks great. I want to clean up here, and we'll do a victory lap, and then I also want to show you the tree from the top, because I think it's very instructive to look at the tree from the top down, because that's how the sun is going to be hitting your tree, and you can really see sort of imbalances in your tree. You kind of want to look at it from all angles. But my thought for today, as we're doing some of that, is if you haven't tried it or you don't use clip and grow, give it a try. I just find it. I used to be a heavy wire. Wire every branch, position every branch, everything, and I don't miss it at all. I don't miss my fingers being, hurting and trees being gouged out. And I just find this a much more natural, enjoyable process. And I just really like it. I'm sort of a total convert. And so give it a try. If you haven't tried clip and grow, and really tried it, try it out. It definitely takes a little longer, but I find it to be just amazing. And so let's go up and take an aerial view of this tree, and we'll finish out with that. And, I think it's a good idea to look at your trees this way for balance and to, get a sun's eye view. And that's it for today. And I want to thank you for spending time with me. And I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. And, good luck growing your trees. And good luck with clip and grow if you indeed decide to try that, which like I said, I highly recommend. I think you'll find it worthwhile.